It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer, and today we got a beer, a non-alcoholic beer from Budvar, and it's called Nealko, which probably means in Czech 0% beer. So there's a look at it, 0.5% ABV. I picked this up in Home Bargains. It cost me about £1 to buy. There's the bottle cap. And I'm going to be pairing it today with a pack of Big D honey roast peanuts. So without further ado, I also picked them up in Home Bargains, and they were about £1.50 to buy, which is not bad for a big bag of nuts. I always find nuts cheaper to snack on than crisps. You get more in the bag and they're cheaper to buy. Right, the reason why I'm reviewing this is because a couple of years ago, I actually went to the Czech Republic. I went to Budvar. I was invited by Budvar to go out to the Czech Republic and check out Prague and the town of Budvar, and of course the brewery, which they brew fantastic Budvar, and it's brewed with Saaz hops. And I went down into the cellars. Have a look at the video, it's all on YouTube. Put in Real Ale Craft Beer Prague or Budvar, you'll find the video. It's about 40 minutes long. I'll talk more about that in a moment, my fantastic time in Budvar, but let's get to the beer first and foremost. A very thin 1.5 finger head, lots of carbonation, and it's a straw coloured beer that's crystal clear. No sediment in there whatsoever. Let's get the aroma. I'm reviewing this because this is the only beer from Budvar's range that I haven't reviewed, and it's January. I always find these beers sweet and worty. This is sweet and worty. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Quite dry, very malty. What I mean by worty is when the beer transfers, when the beer's gone through that kind of boil process and it gets transferred, or gets transferred to the boil kettle actually. Usually breweries have little taps and you can undo the tap a little bit and have a glass of warm wort. And it's very much like what I'm tasting here. It's very kind of, almost kind of, you can understand where they got Horlicks from and porridge drinks and all these other kind of things that are basically beer based. It's very biscuity, it's very bready, it's quite sweet. So what they do in producing the beer is that it's a controlled fermentation. So the moment the beer wants to become beer, it wants to produce alcohol, they cut it off, they stop it. Controlled fermentation, that's how you get 0.5% ABV beer. The question is it good? That's why you're all here. Is it good? In comparison to quite a lot of non-alcoholic beer I've drank this month, I've had beer from Cloudwater, Hamilton Brewery, other breweries out there I've been drinking in non-alcoholic beer. It's kind of, if this is your thing, non-alcoholic beer, then this Budvar's worth a go. It's definitely worth a go. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Me personally, I'd rather make a cup of tea. I'd rather make a cup of coffee. I'd rather drink Coke or lemonade. It's just my own way. It's just me. I can never understand non-alcoholic beer. If I'm gonna drink beer, I want proper beer. So to compare this to proper Budvar, I would choose proper Budvar every day of the week. It's such a glorious pint, is Budweiser Budvar. Little bit of Saz hops coming through, little bit of carbonation, but then it's sweet, it's bready, it's biscuity, and that's about it. Whilst I was in Budvar, I went down to the cellars. We were drinking Budvar Reserve at like 7 or 8% ABV, straight from the tank. It was glorious. I was drinking the dark lager straight from the tank. We were mixing the light Budvar with the dark Budvar into a glass, and we're having like half of it was golden coloured, half of it was black, and it was just a wonderful time. It was amazing. If you got the opportunity to go to the Czech Republic, go to Budvar, see if you can get a brewery tour. It's just fabulous, fabulous place. Great hospitality, great food, amazing, amazing place. If you go to Prague, you can actually get the Budvar train to Budjovice, and you can drink Budvar on the train all the way. And we did that. I did that with the wonderful Redeem, and it was just great fun, great fun. But yeah, the beer's not for me. Reviewing it because it's January. But my message is, if you like non-alcoholic beer, if you kind of got a place for this in your life, then you'll probably enjoy it. Let's try the nuts. Yeah. Malfunction. There we go. Oh, look at those. That's a different type of nut, isn't it? Covered in salt and covered in honey. Whoa. They're very different. If you love a peanut and you like it kind of salty and honey-like, then you'll love these. Oh, brilliant. So what I'm getting from these is the nut is extra crunchy and crispy with that honey coating on it. As soon as you start to kind of break it down on your molars, you get that lovely kind of creamy. As you're breaking the nut down, it becomes very creamy on your molars, in your mouth. Then the salt kicks in, then the honey sweetness kicks in. Yeah, these are lovely, really lovely. So, available in home bargains at this present moment in time. Budvar Nealko, half litre, green glass bottle, 0.5% ABV. It's very hard for me to kind of rate these beers because they're not really for me. But for what it is, for a non-alcoholic beer, it's pretty good. It's an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. For the beer, the nuts are fab. The nuts are fab. I can see myself sealing these up, grabbing some beer in the next few nights and just a big bowl of honey nuts and some beers. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. They're a 9 out of 10. Really good nuts. I hope you liked the video. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.